The community rallied together to help make ONTV's 6th annual food drive a huge success. Workers are in the process of repairing the damages caused by a ruptured pipe at the Orion Center. The Orion Area Chamber was joined by local firefighters to welcome Lake Orion's newest restaurant.
L. Brooks Patterson gives his State of the County address and looks back on his accomplishments in 2015, but also looks forward to 2016 and beyond. I'll have the story for you coming up.
Hello, I'm Katie Ciaramitaro. We will have these stories plus much more right here on ONTV News. Oxford Orion Fish is a food pantry that serves families in need in northern Oakland County. Between the holidays and the post office food drive in May, pantry shelves can get a little light. That's why ONTV has chosen February to host their annual food drive. On Saturday, February 13th, ONTV hosted its 6th annual 5 or 5 food drive benefiting the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry. The live telecast kicked off at 10 a.m. and continued until 4 p.m. Residents were invited to visit the ONTV studio with donations for a chance to win raffle prizes provided by local businesses. Visitors were encouraged to stay and enjoy a wide variety of musical performances throughout the day. From the moment the doors opened, there was a steady stream of visitors with bags and boxes of food. Many visitors donated cash to the cause. Scouts helped repackage the food into milk crates, and representatives of Fish were on hand to transport the donations back to the food pantry in Oxford.
Our shelves really, they get filled and then we see them get empty. But our communities are just so wonderful because our communities fill our pantries, and these food drives are just marvelous. And Myers Simply Give program, we just couldn't live without those generosity in this community. It's wonderful.
And the odd part about it is that even though the economy is growing now, we're finding more and more families coming to us. In fact, just this last month of January, we had about 185 families come during that month, which is about 40 families more than a year ago. You know, so,
that's amazing.
And that's where the importance of the food comes in, because I know you look at statistics and you see something like 2,400 pounds, but when you see a shopper picking up her cart and going up and down the aisles, it's not pounds that she's taking. It's life-giving help to her. So, we like to keep those pantry shelves as filled as we can.
The annual food drive was first organized by former ONTV employee Molly Fox. Now in its 6th year, the food drive exceeded its goal, collecting well over 5,000 pounds of food to help keep the pantry shelves stocked.
One thing to say to our hosts all day long and the volunteers here in the studio, you guys done a fantastic job. The run-up to this, many of you at home don't know, but it takes roughly 3 months for us to put this together with the organization. The logistics that goes in putting this food drive together, working with Fish, it is a big undertaking for us, but here at ONTV, this is why we exist. We're here to bring your community media center to the community and use this technology for what it's intended for. One group I'd like to say thank you to is our Cable Commission. The Orion Communications Cable Commission you may not know who they are, but this commission helps fund ONTV. Without the commission and the tireless efforts of the board and their partnership with the township and the village, ONTV would not exist.
If you happen to have missed this year's food drive, don't worry. ONTV is now a year-round drop-off site, joining locations like the Lake Orion Post Office and the Lake Orion United Methodist Church. For a complete list of drop-off locations or for more information, visit oxfordorionfish.org or give them a call at 248-628-3933. Less than 24 hours later, many Orion Township staff and administrators had their Valentine's Day interrupted when they received word that an alarm had been tripped at the Orion Center. They were hoping it was a false alarm, but the situation turned out to be worse than they could have imagined. At 11:11 a.m. on Sunday, February 14th, a fire suppression line ruptured in the Orion Center's banquet room, sending gallons of water onto the floor below. By the time personnel responded to the alarm and shut off the water, the damage had been done. At least 4 inches of water filled the buildings, cascading from the first floor down to the lower level.
Right directly above my head, where I stand right now, fire suppression line burst. We're not sure the cause yet. We're obviously going to work on that, and the insurance company will look into that. But in a very short period of time, about 15 minutes from when the alarm went off until we got the water shut off, we literally had almost 4 inches of water in this building, starting in the dining room. And unfortunately, as you're aware, if you've been here, we have a lower level. So all that water found its way to the lower level. So that happened at 11:11 a.m. Sunday. Sunday, we mobilized a full crew here. A local restoration company, Montgomery & Sons, kind of took the lead. The good news is we had experts in here yesterday morning, Monday, and we're really shocked that less than 24 hours after this incident, the building was generally pretty dry in their terms. You know, it's still moisture and things like that, but it was on a really good path. So it's been a crazy 48 hours, but we're kind of rolling with the punches here.
Emergency flood service crews immediately began attempts to dry out the building, but they soon found themselves ripping out carpet and flooring and removing drywall. Luckily, foam installation, a steel frame, and concrete floors helped minimize the damage.
Yeah, so obviously when you have a water situation, you have a lot of initial concern about what could happen behind the walls, if you will. And if you'll see, we are absolutely erring on the side of caution. We know that this building is a community center. Our senior population uses this building every single day. So we will not open this building until we are 100% certain that there is no moisture in any walls. And the great news is our insurance company agrees, and they've been very forward in telling the contractors to basically do, which the downside is this building's going to be shut down a little longer than if we didn't do that. The upside is we'll know that we have a really safe building.
Although the building will be closed to the public for at least 45 days, staff has been relocated to Camp Agawam, where they will reschedule and relocate classes and events. The community has reached out to offer space, including Canterbury Village, the library, and the Cirque building.
We are in the process of, kind of damage control and understanding what are happening with the things that happen every day in this building. Not everything is canceled. There are some things that are very specific to this building that are being postponed or canceled. The majority of our classes and programs will go on and will be relocated. Our website will be updated once we have all that information. The outreach, the quarterly magazine that goes to every household in the township, luckily was supposed to get mailed this Friday, and we have paused that so that we can update that magazine with all the correct locations of what's going to happen in the first quarter.
Orion Township shares the building with ONTV, and somehow this side only experienced minor water damage, so it will be business as usual. If you have any questions or concerns, contact Orion Township by calling 248-391-0304 or visit their website, oriontownship.org. Oakland County Executive L. Brooks Patterson recently delivered his annual State of the County address, and for the 5th year in a row, he introduced the county's elite 40 under 40, and Lake Orion was well represented. ONTV's Jonathan Jackson has the story.
For years now, Oakland County Executive L. Brooks Patterson has fought to stabilize the county's financial issues and decrease the unemployment rate. And now, with a budget balanced until 2021 and an unemployment rate below 5%, he can finally say that he's accomplished just that.
It's welcome to all of you to the 2016 State of the County address. Well, the question is, how are we doing? To put it bluntly, the state of Oakland County is strong, amazingly strong, vibrant. And why am I so pleased and confident? Well, let me count the ways. Oakland County has roared back from the devastating days of the Great Recession to reach a goal that the economists call full employment, and that's due to our economic diversification into the knowledge-based economy. Our multi-year budget is balanced through 2021. That's 5 years from now. And that bears repeating. Our budget is balanced through 2021.
Besides the balanced budget and full employment, Patterson went on to announce many new initiatives coming to the Oakland County area, such as the adding of an extra lane onto I-75 to help with traffic and commerce, the opening of a new medical clinic within Children's Village, the building of a new animal control and pet adoption center in 2017, and the installation of a unified communications and wireless system to help replace the old messaging systems. As a whole, the address itself was probably his most positive and supportive message in a while, and the public has responded well.
Al Brooks is great. You know, I mean, he's done so many great things. He's really a staple in the business world, and you know, I think he's a great person to look at in terms of how to get things done, how to work with other people, and how to constantly raise the bar, because he is every single time.
Another of Patterson's initiatives, the Elite 40 Under 40, is a collection of individuals recognized for their business acumen and entrepreneurship. And this year's class contained 3 people from Lake Orion, the most out of any other community.
I think it's a testament to our awesome community and really the support that we all show for each other from a personal standpoint and a business standpoint. So I couldn't be prouder. I know it's huge for my business, the Birdie Directive. I know it's great for the chamber. I know it's great for the community. We have 3 Lake Orion community members that have been recognized. So I think that's great for us.
I was a little bit surprised. Filling out the application was a little nerve-wracking. It starts off with your college experience. I dropped out after my first semester. Gets into your community service, and most of my community service is done through my business, so there wasn't a whole lot to put down there personally. Like, man, I really hope I can close out this app strong. Submitted it, was just very honored to have it accepted.
It's really exciting. This is a great group of people in the Elite 40 program, and it's such an honor to be recognized, especially to have such a great representation from Lake Orion, and also here at the state of the county to see so many Lake Orion faces that are really part of the county system. It's really amazing, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Furthermore, each of Lake Orion's winners were inspired by Patterson's words, and they all touched on a few ways in which they felt that they were implementing his policies throughout their own businesses.
You know, my business is such where I can help other businesses promote themselves and help them, get to the next level in terms of sales and acquisitions and things. So, hopefully this will help me get to the next level with that, and in turn help other businesses get to the next level with the promotions that we provide for them.
So last year we undertook a program to address millennials. They're our most talented workers, but an average millennial does not stay at the job for more than 2.5 years. So we had to get them vested into our businesses. So we sat down and made a path forward for every employee to give them a path to ownership. Just made our final, we actually have 4 companies. Brightside's one of them. But each company, we've taken the key employees, brought them in, and offered them a substantial portion of the business if they'll stay there for 5 years.
Well, I think a great point is downtowns are often the place in the community where people want to hang out, and that's like all part of the attraction for residents and business owners. So I think that kind of mirrors what Brooks was saying as far as recruiting people to your downtown. And Main Street is a great job creator. We're right up there with Automation Alley and Medical Main Street and Tech 248. Our traditional Main Streets are creating a lot of jobs for our communities.
And also, L. Brooks Patterson mentioned the future of Oakland County looks strong. What do you think the future of Lake Orion looks like? Is it strong as well?
It is extremely strong. It is. I can't wait to see a year from now or 5 years from now. I think we have a really good handle on what our challenges will be, and so we're putting steps in place now to be able to meet those needs 3 to 5 years out, 10 years out, 20 years out.
So to recap, L. Brooks Patterson's State of the County address highlighted many things, such as the widening of I-75, the balancing of the budget until 2021, and unemployment at an all-time low here in Oakland County. And it's official, he did announce he's running again in 2016. From Pontiac, I'm Jonathan Jackson for ONTV News.
The Orion Art Center began 2016 under new leadership after a new executive director, Lorene Porter, was hired in December. The first major event on her calendar recently took place, an opening reception for the member and teacher show. ONTV's Joe Johnson has more.
On Friday, February 12th, the Orion Art Center hosted an opening reception for its annual Member and Teacher Show. New Executive Director Lorene Porter told us the theme was Calibrating Our Own, and OAC members and studio teachers were invited to submit artwork in a wide variety of media.
It's so fun to realize how much artistry exists in one community, in just one community. The talent, the effort, the quality is, as far as I'm concerned, profound.
Art Center board members judged the submissions and awarded ribbons and prizes to the winning artists. Receiving a first-place ribbon and a $100 cash prize was Lake Orion resident Alan Brown for his incredible submission, Lily of the Pond, made of bronze and marble.
Well, it's a nice feather in your cap. I mean, there's a lot of nice pieces, and I feel, any one of them could have taken first place. I'm really proud that mine got in there. Maybe the scale has something to do with it. I work so large and everything, but it's quite a feather in the cap. It's a small group of people and stuff, so it's very family-like. We're not competitive with each other, and very complimentary and helpful with each other and everything, and very respectful for each other. It's, like I say, a small community, very family-like.
The submitted pieces will be on display until March 11th. Visitors are invited to vote for their favorite piece, and the artist receiving the most votes will receive the People's Choice Award at the end of the exhibition. The Orion Art Center is located at 115 South Anderson Street in downtown Lake Orion. For more information, visit their newly revamped website at orionartcenter.org or give them a call at 248-693-4986. In Lake Orion, this is Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV News.
Thanks, Joe. Many people in the Orion area are dependent on others to drive them to appointments or accomplish simple tasks like grocery shopping. But there's an organization located in Orion Township that does what it can to help ease the financial burden of volunteer drivers. On Sunday, February 21st, Freedom Road Transportation held a fundraiser at Classic Lanes in Rochester Hills. Bowlers paid $20 at the door and also took part in raffles and bake sales. Vendors on site donated a portion of their proceeds to the cause. The money raised helps Freedom Road Transportation with their mission.
Our core program provides funds for those folks that are in need of transportation. We are a program that provides transportation using volunteer drivers, and we are a mileage reimbursement program. That way, private drivers or volunteer drivers can get reimbursed for mileage that they provide local area citizens who need transportation but cannot get it any other way.
Those in the community who need a ride for any reason can reach out to family or friends for help. Both parties are encouraged to contact Freedom Road Transportation for reimbursement of mileage.
They both have to sign that mileage reimbursement. They send it to me at the end of the month. I cut the check. Usually I send it back to the rider, and the rider disperses it to all of their drivers. Okay. So that's how they get paid.
Freedom Road Transportation is an all-volunteer organization, so they depend heavily on grants, donations, and fundraisers to continue to operate. They also invite local companies to sponsor riders to their destination of choice, and Freedom Road will make the arrangements. To make a donation or for more information, visit freedomroadtransportation.org. In 1994, firefighters Chris and Robin Sorensen opened the first Firehouse subs location in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, there are over 950 locations throughout the U.S., and the newest restaurant recently opened its doors right here in Lake Orion. On Wednesday, February 17th, representatives of the Orion Area Chamber of Commerce gathered to celebrate the official grand opening of Firehouse Sub. Lake Orion's newest eatery joins Kmart, Hollywood Markets, and Jets Pizza as an occupant of the Lake Orion Plaza located on M24 in Clarkston Road. Orion Township firefighters brought out emergency vehicles to welcome the restaurant owned by longtime Lake Orion resident Neil Porter, whose father sits on the Orion Township Board of Trustees.
It's really nice to be welcomed to the community the way we have been. And I mean, I have lived in Lake Orion pretty much my whole life, but still the support that I've got from Fire Chief Bob Smith and Chris Barnett is really amazing. They've helped me a lot here, and they welcome me, and it means a lot for me to have a business in my hometown and be a bigger part of the hometown community.
Porter told us that steamed meats and toasted bread provides diners with a hearty meal, but if that's not enough to entice you to visit, we're told the franchise is known for giving back to the community. Customers are encouraged to round up their bill to the nearest dollar. The difference is donated to the Public Safety Foundation.
In 2005, Chris and Robin sent a truck to New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina hit. And they intended on feeding the first responders and just kind of helping them out and supporting them. And things were so bad, they ended up feeding, people that no longer had a home, people that didn't have food. They were just doing anything they could to help. And they got the idea to start the Public Safety Foundation. So it's the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation, and we ask our customers to round up and donate their change to the Public Safety Foundation. We also sell a pickle bucket for $2, which is our empty bucket that we have, and then they also put on some other fundraisers, and some of our vendors actually donate to it as well. And since 2005, they've donated over $17 million back to the communities. In Michigan, we've only been in Michigan for like 3.5, 4 years, and we've donated about $230,000 back.
To find out more about the history of the franchise, visit firehousesubs.com. One local man is getting creative in order to motivate others to live a healthy lifestyle. Mark Green was born and raised in Pontiac, Michigan, and grew up in a household of musicians. Now a teacher in Auburn Hills, his passion is to spread knowledge of healthy eating and exercising through song.
We're at a point where obesity is at a high rate in America between children and adults, everyone. So one of the causes is the lack of physical activity and unhealthy eating. So as I said, I took the gift that has been given to me through music to encourage. This song is a fun motivational song just to plant the seed for everyone to get up and exercise and keep moving.
In February 2014, Green created his first music video called America Let's Exercise, featuring Auburn Hills summer campers, which has been viewed over 8,000 times on YouTube. Green is hoping his music video will start a national campaign to help end both childhood and adult obesity.
Sky's the limit with America Let's Exercise. So the most important thing is a universal message. So I'm encouraging everyone to just listen to the song and heed to what it's saying. Get up and exercise.
You can check out the full video on YouTube by searching America Let's Exercise. And for more information about Green's campaign, you can visit his Facebook page at America Let's Exercise. Several high school cheer teams throughout Macomb and Oakland County competed at the Division I districts held at Lake Orion High School over the weekend.
And Lake Orion takes the district championship with a score of 769.94. The Dragons do it on their home floor.
After a long day of strong competition, the Lake Orion varsity team took home the D1 championship title with a final score of 769 points. Coming in second place was Grand Blanc with 766 points, and in third with 749 points was Clarkston. The top two teams are moving on to regionals, which will be held on Saturday, February 27th. Congratulations to the Lake Orion cheer team and good luck at regionals. That's all the time we have for this edition of ONTV News. For daily updates on what's happening right here in Lake Orion, like our Facebook page and follow daily content on our YouTube page. On behalf of the hardworking staff, I'm Ciaramitaro. We'll see you next time.